Greetings, guys. What's going on? Unoptimized Fool here with another burst of information for you guys. Now, we obviously have 12.0.7 coming out eventually. We don't really know when it's really coming out, but I wanted to talk about some things that came out. Now, as you guys know, there's going to be some new zones in the area. Now, that's not really the topic of discussion today, but it's tied to these zones. Now, we have a new heroic tier coming to the game, basically open world tier. Now, it's not the first time we've seen this since out of World of Warcraft. If you guys have been living under a rock, it actually showed up in Legion Remix, right? And it was a lot of fun. It was definitely easier than we thought it was going to be, but this time around, it looks like they're revamping it and they're actually adding it to the base game. So this is their second test, but their main test with obviously, open world content. So it's good to see that this is happening. But recently, there was debates and talks. Now, I'm not sure if this was originally planned, but a lot of people were saying that the content was really hard. Like, people had the best gear and were still having trouble with it. And the rewards, maybe not the best. So what people saw is that Blizzard updated what you get, right? So now there's updated rewards, which is great. So they're not backtracking on the difficulty. They're adding more rewards. So they want this to be difficult. So it's good to see. Now, here's the kicker, though. For the first time ever, Myth Track gear will be available for open world content, right? The only place that you can get Myth Track gear is a plus 10 or higher for Mythic Plus in your vault and in Mythic rating, right? So all high-end content, right? And the normal casual will never experience this, right? They're not going to 10s. They're not going to Mythic rating, that's for sure. A 10 is easier than Mythic rating. So now Myth Track gear will be dropping. But don't raise the pitchforks yet, because, obviously, like, well, now it's going to be super easy. People are just going to do this open world content, blah, 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 right? No more Mythic Pluses, no more rating. Relax. I'm going to talk about it. It's only one piece of gear over 4 weeks. It takes 4 weeks to get. That's a month, by the way, if you guys were tallying that up. And you get one piece. You get to pick between 1 out of 3 pieces. And that's it. That's all you get. So you're probably wondering, well, why do I care? Obviously, people who already have Myth Track items, you're probably already gearing up already. The gear crest, the crest system is now uncapped, right? So it doesn't really matter to you, but for casuals, it's a good way to actually kind of dip their toes, do a bit of a gateway drug, perhaps, right, into getting some Myth Track gear. So after these 4 weeks, you only have one piece of Myth Track, and that's it. That's all you get, right? So it's not going to be like you can fully gear up, right? And I don't think this is going to be a best-in-slot solution. We don't have to force these people to play it, like these hyper, high-end content players, because, again, remember, in 12.0.7, we also have that new raid, which is coming with new gear that drops in the raid. That's at 298, right? Obviously, max level, right? In Mythic rating. And I'm assuming that's going to be also best in slot. So I doubt that they'll add another Myth Track item from a world content to also be best in slot. But it could be varying depending on class and spec, obviously. But yeah, guys, I wanted to bring this up because a lot of people are like, uh-oh, now I'm not going to do Mythic, so I'm just going to do this heroic tier. Now, the heroic tier is hard, and I want it to be hard, and I'm glad to see this happening. They're upping the rewards, and not actually diminishing the enemies, but there's still time. It's still in the PTR. Definitely test it out if you have access to it. Now, obviously, guys, again, one piece of gear in 4 weeks. It takes 4 weeks to get. Nothing to really worry about here, guys. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is cool? You guys excited for the heroic tier? I'm excited. I mean, it looks like it's hard. So it's good to see that type of stuff being added in. I'll see you guys in the next one.